Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM22 Career Mode Episode 108. It's the final day, final day that matters, of the Giro. Coming off a fairly good performance in the time trial, and we're seeing really good race day conditions outside of the, of course, massive negative of Abner Gonzalez, who came in a bit fatigued. And Garzon is taken off to get into the break. Garzon sits in 23rd overall and is in position that if the breakaway were to succeed today, as right now there's an insane chase on. Now it sits up. We've got 10 guys away. Garzon leading the punch on that one. If the breakaway were to gain a good chunk of time, he could move up easily 10 plus spots in the standings, giving us more points as a team, gaining maybe more. He could even actually crack the top 10 potentially if the gap for the group is large enough. Or we sit up and come back and support our leader when the time comes. So waiting on McKellar and Gonzalez. Here is Gonzalez. Also here is McKellar. And they were not a fan of this group going away, as Gonzalez is now trying to break off, and now we have 6 guys off the front. Let's go ahead and get back in here and protect our leaders, Piccioni. Now instead of 10, they get 15, and then some. Makes total sense, right? Alright, we are away, we are backing off, and we have made it. Garzon into the break. 16 riders up front. Taberi is here. Zana is here. Koos is here. Carthy. Vier. Mesnada. There's plenty of guys, and same sort of guys we've been seeing these last few stages in the break. This game in particular is very, very consistent on the riders that you see in the break day after day. Last year during La Vuelta, that was Buitrago, and Buitrago ended up getting, on the podium as a result. This year, same scenario. Buitrago again, daily breakaway, suddenly wins a stage, or actually I think he only took second on the stage, but finishes well ahead of the field and ends up with a massive gap in the top of the standings. He's still 5th place. He is still 5th place, and we are in 6th, hoping to catch him today. And just that little climb actually split this field as it finally comes back together. 16 guys now. 100k to go. Let's go ahead and get water for the first time. And we'll send Gonzalez to get water from here with his minus 10,000 race day condition that he's been having of late. He is tired. He's fatigued. Alright, pace has picked up. That means the field's chasing. Only 3 minutes ahead. That's all they've managed to get today. Figures. When I'm not in a break, breakaways win. They win by large time frames. When I do have somebody at a break, and Garzon is not the highest placed guy here. I mean, this has nothing to do with his... we'll look. 33rd. Fierce 20th. Foss is 14th. Garzon's 23rd. 24th. 10th with Tish Benut. Tish Benut's in the break. Mesnada. 15th for Van Wilder. 13th for Taberi. 18th, 22nd. Garzon's not the reason. Tish Benut is not the reason. If Garzon's not in this break has an 8-minute lead right now. I don't know. Am I the only one who experiences that? Let me know what your experiences are in the comments. I'd love to have that discussion with you because it's something I've long thought, and it's a key chief reason why I don't normally put riders in the break. The biggest reason I don't put riders in the break, though, is the fact that I have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That combination, not good for the visual. Having to pause to micromanage back and forth, it's not good for the flow of an episode. That's the biggest reason. But the secondary reason, when I put riders in breaks, they never work. They never succeed. Not on this difficulty level, not with this year's AI. Since they made the AI more aggressive, breakaways don't work. Unless you don't have riders in them. In which case, nobody seems to give a damn. But the aggression is towards your team, towards your riders. And it's you versus the field. And I firmly believe that now. That it's you versus the field all the time. The one key change that they made for the year has made the game a hell of a lot tougher. Because it's not teams racing against each other. It's all teams racing against you. 320 ahead. It's the first climb of the day. We'll see if this gap opens up. Because this is the one place where you can see that. You'll see now on the climb where everybody else is still taking it kind of easy. Which they're not, by the way. I mean, everybody's feeling it. I don't know if I want to be on an 81 just yet. Let's drop down to a 78 here. But it's out to 4 minutes. This is where our break has a chance of succeeding. But Garzone, +2 race day condition, 81 mountain, still can't even, he's struggling here. But this group is surrounded by guys that have 79, 78s, 80s. Almost this entire group are 78 plus. And then you add, 4 to that, and Garzone's one of the weakest riders here. Backing off again, 3K to go. I don't think he's going to make the attack at the top, but he could be in the secondary group. 2K to go. Okay, let's go check in on these guys before it's too late. We are starting to get that blinking red sense. But we're okay. Everybody's still there. 101 left in the Peloton. Garzone now 1.6K. And again, struggling. Down to 8. And down to 1K. Down to 7. 800 meters. Oh, tried to roll down. It went up. Nobody's attacking. Well, that's good. That is good. Garzone has survived in the main group of 7. Okay, back here. Down to 51 now. And we are suddenly down 3 riders as McKellar. Point being, it's hard to focus on one group and another group simultaneously. This happens. This is why I do not like being in the break. Bausch and Gonzalez are just done because they're done. But McKellar, missing out. Missing out, not because he's too weak, but missing out because we need to just attack and ditch that group. At least ride with this group. 43 left in the Peloton, 5 right here behind, including McKellar. McKellar's still trying to chase these guys. Checking back in on them. They're okay. Garzone, top 7. He's fine. He's contributing. And he's going to get water one final time here. Let's do it now. Ponamar is still protecting Chergai. We need to switch that to Martinez. And McKellar is still trying to bridge this gap. 79 downhill and we can't even cover the gap. In fact, we're losing ground. We were sprinting. It stopped sprinting, but we are just about in position to gain some contact with these guys, but we didn't make contact. So McKellar has missed out. He's in a group of 5 chasing the 40 at the front. Garzone hanging on. Group back up to 9 and 3 minutes ahead. 39 here. McKellar just off the back now. Sure, we're not bringing back any key guys. We're not. Okay, McKellar's made it back up here. He needs to protect Piccioni. But as you're at the back anyway, bring some water. Bring some water. Ponamar's going to drop, so he's going to replace the protection for Martinez. But he's got to do water first. Down to 39. Ponamar out the back. 37 now. McKellar. McKellar is done. Switch him to protecting Martinez. And Garzone. Group of 8. 4K to go to the top. Definitely weak, but if he can get through with this group, he heads into the final climb. 3-minute advantage over the field. And that last climb is short and steep. It's not short. It's just ridiculously steep. Down to 5. 4. Garzone. Looks like we're down to 3, but Zana still getting credit for being in the group. Over the top. Picking up a lot of points there. Garzone is. Not in the top 10, though. Okay, Martinez. See? See what happens? See what happens when you look away for 30 seconds? Field blows up. Piccioni out the back. Chergai. Wait. Before we do something crazy here. Arnsman is 9th. Do I really want to bring him back up with Piccioni, who's 12th? And Tish Benoot is 10th, but he was in the break. Foss is 14th. Those are breakaway guys. Strong downhill rating for Chergai. Pull it back. Martinez in a front group of just 9 riders now. Or Garzone is in a front group of just 4 riders now. Can drop back to protect his leader if necessary. 2:15 ahead. Let's see what happens with these two. Martinez is recovering. Garzone. Put in a little bit less. Recover a little bit more, please. Martinez looking really good on the recovery part in his group. Carapaz. His position in the standings doesn't matter. Herman doesn't matter. Bernal, 11th. Vlasov, the race leader. McNulty, who sits 3rd. Krantz, who sits 2nd, so all 3 of the podium. Svestad Bardsing, of course, who sits 4th. Fisher Black. Buitrago is not there. As long as he's not here, I'm okay. Alaphilippe. How far down is he? There's Buitrago. Buitrago is a minute 44 down on Martinez right now. Minute 44 down. Are we headed for 5th place? Right now it looks like we might be. Especially if these two get back up there to support. I'd rather drag these 7 along and give some support to Martinez and to help Piccioni out for that matter. And we potentially have Garzone at the front to help as well. And he's looking at gaining time today. So far this stage is going quite well. Garzone back to full strength, which of course is a tired man's full strength. Whew. My heart skipped a beat. After what happened to Piccioni in the break before. I was thinking it was any of my 3 leaders. It was not. It was Bausch. Hopefully he's okay. We'll check on him in a second, make sure he got back up. And McKellar also in this chase group. But this is not the chase group I want getting back up there. Push harder, Chergai. They are about to make contact. At least it gets us McKellar back, I guess, but okay. Now that those guys have made contact, sit up. We are definitely not contributing to that chase. 24 coming back with 9. And we now have a peloton of 33 heading into the final climb. Garzone, again, still in the front group. 2:15 ahead. These guys are all getting back into position, so McKellar protecting Martinez, but let's do that forcibly, not just by AI choice, so that way I'm back in control. And Chergai will protect Piccioni. But that is Buitrago from 2 minutes down? Or is he still off the back? From a minute 40 down on this descent, they have fully recovered. But you can see McKellar is tired. So as we're about to hit the climb, McKellar was in that group. Those guys chased hard. And we head up the Mount Zoncolan. 10K, 12%. Crazy hard climb. McKellar, gel at the beginning. 10K to go here. We are now looking at Garzone got dropped. Van Wilder and Zana attacking. Right at the base of the climb. They're already 40 seconds down. It's too late. We only had 4 guys in the group. Now there's 3 up the road. How the heck did that happen? Garzone has nearly been caught by the group. You're going to set up. If Bayer wants to continue riding, he continues riding. You're going to save yourself to help your team. Are we really struggling to keep up? Are they pushing that hard? They are pushing that hard. 7K. Garzone is here. We've now got a front 3 left. They're not going to hang on much longer. And there's 35 guys here in the group, now 34 as it starts to split up. Sitting on for a little bit longer, but we are going to we're going to train this soon. Lotto Sedal pushing pretty hard, trying to control tempo. Okay, McKellar's done. He was protecting Martinez, so Garzone is going to take over. And he's going to gel up. Your guy out of red bar to help protect Piccioni. But still has the yellow. He's going to gel up. McKellar's gone. Gone from the group. With him is Bertrand. Taberi is gone. Kobo is gone. These guys were in the break. Foss. Berwick. 5K? You know what? Let's do this thing. 5K. I think we'll go about an 87. It actually might be a little hard. Right at the front, your guy. Let's see what an 82 does. Oh, Piccioni! Oh, come on, dude. Piccioni's trying to let Garzone go, and Garzone is blocked by Piccioni and Martinez. And now they're going to sit up and wait for him to come through and open up a gap to the front. Gotta be kidding me. That's my luck. That's my luck. As we go to get organized, that happens. So Garzone's wasting all his energy to bridge a gap that wasn't there. That's Trickeye and Garzone are done. 4K to go. Piccioni. Set these 2 to auto. And we're looking now at a very split up group. Let's check the road. Things are changing, folks. Things are changing. There's pit. Okay. Okay, we're going down a ways just to really see what's here. There's our previous check. We had Foss. They're at 4K. Berwick, Bayer, inside 4K, Bagioli, and Zana from the break. Kelderman, Arnsman, Jay Vine now at 3.8. Carapaz, Pidcock, Only, Ardea, 3.7. Gellison, Tish Banut from the break now falling off. Leknasoon, we're at 3.6. Kovili, Svestad Bardsang struggling. 4th place guy, 225 down overall. He's 4.5 minutes ahead. Can we get 4.5 minutes on him in 3.5K? Garzone, 3.5 now. Van Gils. Chergai. I think Chergai needs to protect Garzone. Help him out as much as you can. Then Van Wilder. Here's Krantz. Not going forward. Bernal. And then this little split thing again here. Piccioni was leading the way. Carthy. Fisher Black. How is he keeping up? Hasn't he been in the break all day? McNulty. Vlasov. And then Herman. So Vlasov and McNulty riding off. They're the only threats of that front five. Bernal is with us, Krantz is with us, and we are pulling away from the other contenders. Buitrago, didn't see him anywhere up here, so Buitrago is way down. But Martinez is going to have to go clear. Let's see what happens if we sit up for a moment. Yeah, pace is okay. Bridging the gap. Now it's just the front three that are pulling away. Vlasov, McNulty, not going to catch those two. But from here, Martinez is hanging on, and Piccioni is now doing his own thing. And look at these gaps just blow up. Carthy, Fisher Black getting dropped. Martinez hanging in there, but it's 2K to go. Herman's about to get dropped. Can we keep up with Krantz and Bernal? They're catching up the front two, and he's dropped. He is dropped. 2K to go. Front four pulling away. You're looking at Bernal not being a threat to catch us, I don't think, but we're absolutely gaining on the other guys. Climbing as fast as we can. Again, in 84, still not a match for what any of those guys have. 85 stamina is not a match either. But 5th place on the stage, minute and a half down. Herman, not a threat. Fisher Black, not a threat. Carthy, not a threat. Not a threat. Piccioni is going to finish next. That's going to help him in the standings. Van Gils. Here is Chagai and Garzone. Can you follow him? Help us pick up a couple seconds. Svestad Bardsang. Oh, I didn't want those couple seconds. Leknasund, Kvili, Carapaz. We were 5 minutes down, by the way. So Tish Benut there. Vine. I missed one rider in that mix. I don't think that included, because we got all the way back here. I don't think that included Buitrago. Bertrand. Here's McKellar now. McKellar is going to finish in 32nd to Barry. Novak. Alaphilippe. We got all the way to Kobo earlier. There. Here is Koos. Down at 29th, by the way. And Buitrago. Buitrago is coming in more than 10 minutes down. We are moving ahead of him. We are going to be in the top 5. Yates, Pedrero, Martinelli. We are going to be in the top 5. Oh, Gonzalez. How did you finish so far down? He's going to be more than an hour behind. He's 50 minutes. He's 16, 18, 20 minutes down. He's hour and 10 minutes behind for a guy with a 79 mountain. Rough race for him. Bausch. He's 100th overall. Finished just behind Gonzalez. Final stage, and I have put Bausch in the break as a security blanket. He was contributing, stopped contributing, and now, yeah, we got guys that don't want to work with him. Now they were willing to work, so things were fine. Then they weren't fine. Group not happy that he was sitting on. We'll pull it back together. It looks like we're just going to have to contribute, but Bausch definitely here as a security blanket. If the breakaway wins the stage, then I've got somebody to compete for the stage. If they don't, no point. We don't have any sprinters, and we're just trying to see out this final stage. Anyway, let's go ahead and send Gonzalez in his -5 to go get some water, and let's see what happened in terms of the rankings. So here is the GC following that last stage. Vlasov in the overall race lead ahead of Krantz by 54 seconds, and of course, being that this is the final stage and it's flat, these times are not going to change anymore. Brandon McNulty wraps up the podium in 3rd place. Really good result for him, as he was never on the podium until the last couple of stages. Svestad Bardsang, the surprise of this tour for me. Newcomer, but very, very strong. Had a very good final week. Not a great stage 20, but he didn't lose a big chunk of time. We pulled back like 2 seconds for him at the end. Didn't matter, as he's 2 minutes ahead of Martinez. But Martinez cracks the top 5. So he succeeded in that. Buitrago loses a ton of time on that final stage. Many, many minutes down. And that was enough to get Martinez into 5th place. Bernal, by the way, who had a podium on the stage, goes from 11th all the way up to 6th place. Jay Vine drops to 7th. Arnsman 8th. Piccioni from 12th up to 9th. And Buitrago from 5th down to 10th. He hangs on to a top 10 position by mere seconds over Tish Benoot, who was 10th, and falls to 11th, which of course that position went to Bernal. He just went well beyond 10th. Van Wilder, Herman, Van Gils wrapped things up in the top 14. Garzone ended up staying 19th in the end on that one. In the points classification, Koish, current leader, has not won it because, well, there haven't been that many points. And there's 50 for today's stage winner. By the way, 50K to go. Let me change over real quick. Dalai Penho still with a chance. Jakobsen maybe a little bit too far down. And let's send Gonzalez to get water again. Let's send Bausch to get himself some water. Put up the effort a little bit to still contribute. They're a minute and a half ahead. On the mountain, it's done. The last check has already been completed. Jay Vine has won that one with his daily breakaways. And then Vlasov was second from his stage work, with Carthy, Vier, Svestad, Bardsang getting 5th, and then Krantz 6th overall. We didn't get anywhere near that one as we weren't really going after points at all. Garzone ended up picking up 23, mostly on stage 20. 20K to go now. Martinez was 3rd, Piccioni 4th in the under 25s, with Garzone, Chergai, and McKellar all showing up in that one. And in the team classification, it was us by 4 whole minutes. 4 minutes to the good in that one. And Bausch now with no contributors, with 12K to go, 26 seconds ahead. They've still got a chance to win this stage. Everybody else, just go 99 here. Go ahead and gel now because I'll forget about it otherwise. Just using that red bar to get a bit of an advantage. 20 seconds ahead of those guys. 93 effort. You know what? Let's just go 99 effort. 5K. 34 seconds ahead. Last little hill over the top. 3 seconds. The other group has been swallowed up, but we are 46 seconds ahead. 3K to go. Sprinting for the line. Bausch, can we hang on to a 45-second advantage? It's looking good. 2K to go. Can we hang on? 35 seconds ahead. 1.5K to go. Taking it slow through there. Where's your sprint, buddy? 24 seconds ahead. It's going to be enough, I think. It's going to be enough. Bausch. Bausch. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. He's got the win. He's got the win. Ooh. Where did those guys come from? There's all your sprinters leaving the rest of the group behind. No leaders in that, though, so I think we're okay. That was a weird one. But we got a stage win. Nice way to wrap up the Giro. The breakaway actually won a stage. And top 5 overall. I'll take it. That's a good way to finish things up. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for this episode and this Giro. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Decathlon Gaber. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.